95, 96, 97.3 Citi FM. It doesn't get any better than that. Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Citi News.
.3 Citi FM. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Eyewitness News. Coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. My name is Sami Wiafe, and tonight I'm here with
Ejibi Wiafe Akente.
Coming up in the next 1 hour, 30 minutes, Attorney General and Minister of Justice charges former Director General of the National Service Authority, Osei SCB Entry, and his deputy, Gifty Owari Mensah, for causing financial loss to the state and stealing in the National Service scandal. Tonight, we'll tell you details of a suit filed at the High Court by the Attorney General. Also coming up on Eyewitness News.
We have 3 that have been deposited at Citi Government Hospital, and the rest, about 9 or so, have also been deposited at the Raura Government Hospital mortuary.
15 dead and 8 on admission at the hospital after a boat accident on the Volta Lake over the weekend. And later on Eyewitness News.
Cabinet has approved that starting from November, the Minister for Finance must pay them. And I have in my hand the letter to that effect.
Government announces plans to pay over 13,500 nurses and midwives who have worked for the past 10 months without salary. Stay with 97.3 Citi FM for more on this and other stories on Eyewitness News. Also coming up in business.
Ghana misses 122 billion cedis revenue targets despite strong growth in first half of 2025.
Eyewitness News is live on affiliates across the country. Around the globe, we are on citinewsroom.com. Talking about affiliates.
In the Bono region, we're live on Greener 95.9 FM in Sunyani. In the Western region, we're live on Beach 105.5 FM and Sky 93.5 FM, all in Takrade. In the Ashanti region, you can tune into Focus 94.3 FM in Kumasi and Orange 107.9 FM. In the Volta region, we're live on Revival 99.3 FM in Tajewu and VOV Radio 95.7 FM in Hohoi. In the Northern region, we're live on Radio Bimbila 91.9 FM, and in the Upper East region, it's Quality 88.7 FM in Garu. If you're in the Upper West region, tune into Tunsong 97.3 FM in Wa and Jirapa 96.1 FM.
You can also join the conversation with your WhatsApp messages. The number is 0549 986 996. 0549 986 996. Let's settle for our stories. And the former executive director of the National Service Authority, Osei SCB Entry, has been charged with 14 counts, including causing financial loss to the state, stealing and money laundering in a case involving more than 600 million Ghana cedis. According to a charge sheet filed at the High Court in Accra, the former National Service Authority boss is accused of authorizing payments to over 60,000 non-existent National Service personnel and misappropriating public funds during his tenure between August 2021 and February 2025. Let's speak to Hansen Ajema. He's our court correspondent and has details of the charge sheet filed by the Attorney General and Minister of Justice in court today. Hansen, good evening. Thank you very much for your time. Let's start with SCB. What really is the document saying?
So according to the document, you can glean about 4 or 5 different issues that border around these 14 charges you've talked about. And the first issue has to do with the ghost names that had been published earlier, that there was the ghost name phenomenon in the National Service Authority. So as the former executive director of NSA at the time, we are told that he caused financial loss to the state by allowing for 500,800,000 and 744 Ghana cedis to be transferred from the National Service account to be paid to over 600,000 ghost names. So that's the first charge that he's been accused of.
60,000 ghost names or 600,000?
Over 60,000
yes.
ghost names.
60,000
Over 60,000 ghost names. Now, the second charge he's been accused of is a set of stealing accounts. So he's been accused of stealing monies from the account of the National Service Authority, allegedly. And the first stealing charge is that he allegedly stole some 3,600,000 3,600,000 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
And we are told that this money allegedly was sold on or about 11 September 2023. Then the second stealing charge has to do with some 516,000 Ghana cedis. We are told he dishonestly appropriated on or about October 26, 2023. Then we are told again that in November 2023, he also allegedly stole 516,000 Ghana cedis again from NSS account. We are told again that on or about December 18, he dishonestly appropriated the sum of 1,032,000 Ghana cedis from the accounts of the National Service Authority. Another stealing charge here is that on or about 14th May 2024, he dishonestly appropriated the sum of 2,064,000 Ghana cedis belonging to the National Service Authority. Then he's charged again for causing financial loss to the state by transferring some 8.256 million Ghana cedis of NSA funds onto an e-switch card that belongs to him. He's also charged with money laundering by purchasing property with the intention of concealing property that had been acquired or from funds that were acquired from illegal means, according to the state. And again, we are told that another causing financial loss to the state charge, where we are told that some 55 million Ghana cedis was withdrawn from the project account of the NSA for the Kumawu Farm project. However, that money was not expended on the Kumawu Farm project. There's also another count on causing financial loss to the state, where we are told that the former executive director, Citi, authorized 50 million Ghana cedis of NSA funds to be withdrawn from the project account again for the Kumawu Farm project without expending on that project. We also told that some 4 million Ghana cedis was also withdrawn from the project account of the NSA meant to be used for the Kumawu Farm project, but that never happened. And there's also, still related to that Kumawu Farm project, we are told that another 10 million Ghana cedis belonging to the National Service was withdrawn from the project account and meant to be expended on the Kumawu Farm project, but that never happened. And finally, the final charge for Citi, which is the count 14, also causing financial loss to the state, is that some 22 million Ghana cedis was withdrawn from the project account of the NSA, meant to be spent on the Kumawu Farm project, but that never happened. And so these are the counts and the charges against Eric Osei-Sibe, the Osei-Sibe, the former executive director of the National Service Authority.
And so his deputy is also involved, which is Gifty Owari Mensah.
Yes. So
what is the document saying about her as well?
So for his deputy, her charges relate to some expense, a project that the National Service Authority was embarking on, for which she was put in charge of. and she's been charged with counts of stealing, causing financial loss to the state, as well as money laundering. Now, she's specifically charged on count 1 of stealing 31,502,091 Ghana cedis. We are told that she dishonestly appropriated this sum by causing the money to be transferred to blocks of life consort for her own benefit. The charges of willfully causing financial loss to the state and using public office for profit and as well as money laundering all relate to this 31 million Ghana cedis. We are told she caused to be transferred to blocks of life consort for her own benefit. The facts of the case as have been presented by the prosecution in this matter is that the National Service Authority had created a platform for which national service personnel could contract loans or purchase products on high purchase, and that is to pay it in installment, and then deductions are made at source.
Okay.
And this particular platform or this particular project, we are told, was placed directly in the hands of Gift Oware, the then deputy executive director. The facts go ahead to say that she then went to the Agriculture Development Bank with alleged ghost names of over 9,000 ghost names. Now, she indicated that the blocks consort, which we are told she presented as hers, was giving the loans and products to national service personnel. And based on this, he wanted to secure a loan of over 78 million Ghana cedis from ADB. But ADB eventually was able to give her the 38 million as she requested, or they were able to give her 31 million Ghana cedis as loan on this. And on top of that, she was to make an interest payment of 6.9 million Ghana cedis. She noted that the company which is at the center of this, the blocks consort, which had been giving the loans as well as the products on high purchase, that's the blocks of life consort. We are told that even though this money was given to her in federance for these blocks of life consort, no form of loan was given whatsoever. No form of product was sold to national service persons as a matter of fact. And as a result of that, she's been charged with counts of stealing and willfully causing financial loss to the state, as well as using public office for private gain. Has the Attorney General stated when this whole trial will begin? Well, from the documents as we've received, the matter has just been filed. It was filed today on 13th of October 2025, and so a date will be set for very soon. A date will be set for trial to continue. Thank you very much, Hansen Ajimai. Hansen Ajimai is our court correspondent, bringing us up to date on a suit filed by the Attorney General and Minister of Justice involving the former executive director of the National Service Authority, Osei Esibenchi, and his deputy Gifty Oware Mensah for causing financial loss to the state and stealing in the National Service scandal. This is Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studio here in Accra.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
and I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's smarts we love. Or your community will win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
The jamming never stops. The game never stops. The productivity never stops. The music never stops. At G&J, we keep your world powered with reliable generators, solar energy, and UPS solutions, so the power never stops. Your go-to for total energy solutions, making sure you work, thrive, and live life uninterrupted. Visit our website, gjtechghana.com, or call us on 0302-689-178 or 179 or 0202-222-220. G&J, your energy partner.
If you know these sounds, you didn't just live through the 90s, you lived the experience. Back then, connection took minutes. Today, it takes a blink. You express yourself with memes. You hold video calls across continents. You say hey to an AI who responds,
"Hello, Kwame."
You order rides, dinner, and dreams all from the palm of your hand. A lot has changed, so have we. For over 3 decades, EcoBank has evolved with you, leading digital banking in Ghana and across 33 African countries, pioneering solutions built around how you live, move, and dream today. From our express points to EcoBank Pay, online banking, and the mobile app, we are where you are. Here for today, ready for tomorrow. Now, that's change, powered by EcoBank.
EcoBank, a better way to bank your way. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Oh, jump on now.
Go, go. Google me. At what time when you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they boss my mind self be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why you hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
It's your day off and you end up looking after the baby while your wife goes off to work. You realize you have no idea how to change a diaper. So you video call your wife.
Hello, darling.
Hello.
Kojo, is everything all right?
Everything is not all right. I'm not seeing Topo. How do I change a baby's diaper, please?
Kojo. Okay, first, put the diaper.
The video call freezes. While you wait for the internet to catch up, the baby sprouts a fountain and wets the diaper. As you are getting a new one, your wife comes back online.
Kojo, no.
But I have to go and get a new diaper. What must I do next? I beg, quick.
Open the front of the diaper. It's the side that has...
Wow, look. The video freezes again. Abba.
By now, you know where the conversation is going. There's no buffering in real life, so why accept it from your internet connection? Get connected and experience ultra-fast internet to your home, powered by MTN Fiber Broadband. From the Internet Masters.
MTN, everywhere you go. Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
You're welcome back. You're still listening to Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. AGB has some more stories.
8 people are receiving treatment after an overloaded boat capsized on the Volta Lake over the weekend. 15 others, including 11 children, lost their lives in the tragic incident near Kitekrachi on Saturday. The victims were reportedly traveling to a funeral in a nearby community. The Ghana Maritime Authority says investigations have begun to determine the cause of the accident. Speaking to Citi News, the Municipal Chief Executive for Krachi West, Prosper Addo, said measures are being taken to improve safety for all who travel on the Volta Lake.
The casualties were reported. We have 3 that have been deposited at Krachi Government Hospital, and the rest, about 9 or so, have also been deposited at the Raura Government Hospital mortuary. The rest actually survived.
How many people are receiving treatment? How many people survived?
For now, those who are receiving treatment, we have 4 of them, 4 adults and 4 children. We have a chips compound in one of the communities, Okuma, where they were actually going for the funeral. For now, there are a lot of measures we're going to put in place. Any canoe that will be traveling on the lake carrying people must be a certified canoe that is worthy to travel on the lake. The canoes that will be traveling on the lake will not take people more than it is supposed to take. We are also going to enforce the law of no life jackets, no traveling on the lake.
You heard Municipal Chief Executive for Krachi West, Prosper Addo.
Let's go on to the phone line and speak to the OT Regional Minister, John Japon, who is also the chairman of the Regional Security Council. Honorable, thank you for your time. Good evening.
Good evening.
What briefing do you have on this matter, sir?
Please, before I go on, let me give you an update.
Okay.
Initially we said there were 20 people on the boat. But the update we have was that there were 24.
24 people 16. On the boat?
Yeah, 24 people on the boat. 16 of them lost their lives. 8 of them survived. 4 children and 4 adults. Those who are now, taking medications from the hospital.
So 16 people instead of the 15 is 16.
16 dead. 16 dead. And 8 survived. 4 adults and 4 children survived.
Have you been told what happened?
Yeah, I was told that there was a funeral at Dedume, an island on the Water Lake, and people from Okuma, who are supposed to be relatives of the dead person at Dedume, decided to go for a funeral ceremony there on that Saturday. And that is where the boat capsized and this accident happened. Because they were going for a funeral and that didn't happen.
Were they wearing life jackets?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think in my interview I said that as much as we educate people on the use of the life jacket on the Water Lake, as much as we do it, whether you advise them or not, whether you educate them or not, whether you give them life jackets or not, unfortunately, they don't use the life jacket. And I haven't seen any boat across, maybe leaving an island to an island where they put on life jackets. We try to educate them, we arrest them, and still, yes, you ask them and they'll tell you their life jackets are heavy, they smell and whatever. That is the story they will tell you. They never want to use the life jacket. As much as we educate and try to enforce the laws that go by using life jacket on the Water Lake, they find it difficult to do it.
And as chairman of the regional council, you don't think you should be a more hard in enforcing, the wearing of the life jacket that could save lives like, the 16 that we have lost? Assuming they were all wearing life jackets, I'm not sure we'll be having this conversation, sir.
That is exactly true. We have put a task force in place for sanitation and education on this livestock, life jacket thing. And we have started it. We have spoken to the Maritime Authority. We are working in collaboration with them. We have also spoken to the Navy crew. We are working in collaboration of them, and we have started a massive training because this thing happened about some 8 months ago, and it's happening now. Yeah, it is not like the first one that happened at the same place. These are islands on the Water Lake. Unfortunately for us, we have over 120 islands on the Water Lake who are scattered all over the Water Lake, who will need boats to move from place to place, from brothers to brothers, from an island to church, from island to school, and island to farm. So that is it. That is the situation on the island. It is not like, moving from Dambai and going to Karachi West and nothing happens. They are scattered all over the places, And now that, OT is experienced from heavy rains now, the Water Lake is flooded in a way that if you are not careful and you don't handle your boat very well, anything like this can happen. And that is why, unfortunately, it happened on that Saturday. Yeah.
So, Mr. Japan, you mean they use the boat for almost all the activities?
Yes, that is it. They are on the island. Over 80% of our fishermen in OT are on the island. Some of them have stayed there over a year. They will even come to market. They won't come to town. They use the boat for everything. They will use the boat to pick children to school. They will use the boat to go to churches. If they don't have church at their place, they use the boat to go to funerals like what happened. They use the boat to go to any place, to their farm and any place. They use only the boat.
And the boat they use, is it certified boats, boats in good conditions?
Yes, the Maritime Authority does that. They go around and they tell us they have done it. And some of them, they even give marks where you can load and reach so that you don't overload. They give them marks. We know when they come to the market and we see the marks there. But those are the islands we don't know. But those that come to the market, we see they have the lands there. You can load and get more beyond that. Yes. But those in the villages, on the islands, is what we are talking about.
Yeah, Minister, it looks like because you said they use this boat for all the activities, I'm not sure this will be the last time, God forbid, but I'm not sure it will be the last time that we are going to hear such news. But what again are you doing so we don't keep recording such incidents? 16 lives, just wasted like that.
What we are doing is that we have spoken to the Water Lake Transport that they should find transport for these, islands, so that, when we have Water Lake Transport, where things are, go by regulations, where you can take 10 and you take 10, and they move from island to island. Because let's say on Sunday, most of the island will want to come to church. At that time, you can go and then put your transport in place. They will come and go back, because they will go by their regulations. If they say the youth will not have to handle the motorbike, the boats, after the Water Lake Transport, they will go by rules and regulations. Until those things are cleared in our mind, they'll still be using these boats, and this thing can continue unless, we do everything possible to get boats on the Water Lake. It is important.
The individuals who handle the boat palace, are they well trained?
Yeah, the Maritime Authority tells us, and they train them. They come and do some training from time to time. They take them through the rudiments of doing transport on the Water Lake. They do it. They say they have done it, and they do it. We know they have done some of them. They are members of the RESEC. So we question them and they tell us they do all those things. And it is true. The Navy crew also help us in doing some of the checks, and they do it. But unfortunately, like I'm saying, they are on the islands. And whether they are able to, get to all the islands and train them is another matter. So the next thing I'm going to ask is that maybe we have to beef up the workers on, the water lakes, so far as the Maritime Authority, the Navy, the NADMO, and other departments who will help us, get this solution on the water lake is concerned. We have to beef up the number of people who can do that. Because as I speak to you, there's only one speedboat for, disaster, in Dambai, only one. And there are about only 3 Navy people on the boat, only 3. And then the maritime, we see them in a pickup, also about 5 of them. And that is all that we have, for Kratchi West, Kratchi East, where the accident happened.
Media reports, we've gathered here indicates that the gentleman who was handling the boat was just an 11-year-old boy. Is that the information you also have?
That is the information I had from the media. But I'm not surprised about it because, child labor is serious on the lake. Child labor is very serious on the lake. People on the lake, and we've tried to handle that one. We have taken most of them to court. They are in court, and when you take them to court, they complain. They don't see why, you are taking them to court because they are using their children, and they don't understand. So I will not be surprised if the person is 11 years. Because as soon as you get to the age of 9, you should be able to handle a boat. So far as those people are concerned, the fishermen, you should be able to, handle the boat. You should be able to do fishing. You should be able to help your parents do, anything that he does. And that is the issue. There are NGOs that we are working with in OT, to curtail this thing and to bring people to book, and we are doing it. When it comes to OT now and you go to the courts, there are a lot of them who we are prosecuting, So I'm not surprised that 11-year person was handling the boat.
Yeah, Mr. Then this is a big challenge for you. The situation, as you are painting, is a big challenge for you.
It is, and I have to tell you the truth because I am the regional minister, and I don't want people to, blame anybody. It is a serious matter, my brother. It is a very, very serious matter. The water lake in OT jurisdiction is not easy. We have over 120,
islands.
Islands, yeah. And just imagine 120, islands. How to even to get them is a matter. It's a serious matter. It needs, a whole government intervention. It is not the way people say. It is not like the first one that happened on motorway going to a village. And that is also an island, from an island to an island. That didn't happen. And something special is done. I mean, we can't, like you said, you won't be sure that these things will not happen. It is very, very serious, and we have to look at it from, a government point of view and see how best these things can be sorted out. And especially, we got to talk to the water lake transport to look at it seriously. Maybe giving about, 10, 20, transports, good boats, that people will take, serious, join it and go to their church, go to school and come back and you go and drop them and take money, But if you do it the way it is now, the whole water lake has only pontoons and there's nothing like a boat doing anything apart from the maritime, the Maritime Authority group that is doing it. And then 1 or 2, boats that the Navy is using, and it's not enough.
Mr. Finally, before I let you go, have you met the bereaved families yet?
Yeah, we this thing happened on Saturday, and we it is on the village. We try to meet them, but there were that is the time the thing has happened. Some of them were rushing to the hospital to see whether their families are members or they are not part of it or part. So we met a small group at Karachi West on Sunday, and we plan going to meet the bereaved family tomorrow at Okuma, which is very close to Adiemra in the Karachi East.
And you go there in a boat?
No. This time they are coming to the island. Fortunately for us, Her Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Prof, is coming to join us, go and see the bereaved family at Adiemra. They will move from Okuma. That is about, it will not be more than, the road is not too good. Otherwise, we will get to the Okuma ourselves, with everybody, with the Vice President and all of us. But they will come and meet us at Adiemra in the Karachi East municipality.
Mr. Minister, thank you. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
John Kojo Japon is the OT Regional Minister speaking to us there. This is Eyewitness News coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. A few of your WhatsApp messages. Alex Dane in London says the government must recover all the loot. Simple as that. Hamdan Halassan says if corruption is not equal to death penalty in Ghana, then we should forget fighting corruption. Daniel from Sandema says while ordinary Ghanaians tighten their belt and some die of lack of dialysis, a few looted our money. Their days of reckoning are here. Jones Adoboy says, good evening, Sami. The law is the law. The AG need commendation for the swift prosecution of this case. This is Eyewitness News coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. We go for a quick break. When we come back, we have more stories.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Jenny, our operations are too complex to be managed on spreadsheets. We need real-time control.
Exactly. That's why companies like ours are moving to Sage ERP 300. It integrates finance, procurement, inventory, and project costing across all departments.
I've seen it work. Multi-location reporting, consolidated dashboards, even intercompany transactions, all seamless.
And the best part? Trust Consult handles everything. Deployment, training, and support. They are Sage's certified partner here in Ghana.
Perfect. Let's contact them today. 0302-246-875 or 0244-965-119. Visit their office in Kokomlemle or the website trustconsultlimited.org.
Sage ERP 300. Built for growth, trusted by enterprise.
Oh, jump on now.
Go. Google me. At what time when you come back, we are not hear the sound of your car. Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Cause now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, you go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they boss my mind self be the 3-in-1 action. No, Excellium they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my go be fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my go be inside?
I give you info. Make a feel the go be too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Are you ready to unlock the next big thing? It's a universe of endless possibilities. Get ready to be part of this universe.
Who cry is calling me this odd hour?
Hello. Good evening, Kwame.
Good evening.
We are in
into baby foods and would like to introduce...
Wait a minute. How did you get my number? You just use ways and means to find people's numbers and be calling them by heart. No respect for privacy or anything at all.
Oh, Bra Kwame.
Is your business privacy ready? Do you collect and use information of people in your line of work, like their name, number, location? You might be doing the wrong things. Whether you're a big company or a small one, you must respect people's right to privacy. Register and be certified by the Data Protection Commission of Ghana. It is the law. You will receive the necessary training, advice, and guided on the right systems to put in place to help protect information you collect about people. Register your company. It's simple and online. Visit www.dataprotection.org.gh to register. Privacy is the responsibility of everyone. Remember, privacy is personal.
We asked Ghanaian business owners what they want from Old Mutual.
I want insurance and pension solutions that will protect my employees.
Your business growth is our business. For 180 years, we have partnered with businesses to protect and grow their most valuable assets. From tailored group life assurance protection to affordable pension plans, we've got your business and your employees covered. Contact your broker or call Old Mutual on 0509 551 609 today. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
You're welcome back. You're also listening to Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. Now, the Health Facilities Regulatory Agency, HEFA, has over the past weeks closed down several health facilities across the country for operating with expired licenses or under unsafe conditions deemed unfit for healthcare delivery. Let's go to the phone line and speak to the CEO of the Health Facilities Regulatory Agency, Dr. Winfred Ba, on this issue. Doc, good evening. Thank you very much for your time.
Good evening, and thank you for inviting.
Doc, I'll be glad if you can reduce the volume of the sets behind you. It's giving us a terrible feedback, please.
Oh no, I don't even have the set right now.
No, good evening. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Hello, Doc. You don't have a radio beside you?
I don't have a radio beside me.
Okay, it's better now. I can hear. It's better now.
Okay.
First of all, tell us why have you decided to embark on this exercise? You were in the Greater Accra region not too long ago. Today we are told that you are in the Ashanti region. Closing down health facilities you deem not suitable to operate. Why the need to embark on this exercise, sir?
Thank you very much. We have a mandate to ensure that every health facility that is operating in Ghana meets minimum standards in order to provide safe and quality health care to the people of Ghana. And this we do by going through a lot of processes, from registration, inspection, licensing, and then monitoring. We have realized over the years that a lot of facilities do not adhere to the standards. Some of them do not even get a license before they start operations. And this is against the law. The law says that it is an offense to operate a health facility without a license. What happens is that if you don't have a license, it means that we are not sure of whatever goes in there. Whether you are using the right caliber of staff, whether you are using quack or not, we are not sure. Whether you have the necessary equipment to provide the kind of service you say you are providing. And so it is important that we go around and do what we call monitoring to be sure. And we found some facilities foul of the law. Some of them do not even license in the first place. Some of them have operating licenses. Some of them, they are not for purpose. And in order to protect the health of the public, we have to go in and enforce the laws. And that is what we are doing now.
Doc, so what's the process? I open a health facility. I must come to HEFRA for permits before I can operationalize it?
Yes, please. So you need to get a license from HEFRA. Before you get a license from HEFRA, HEFRA will make sure that, one, your infrastructure is safe and conducive to provide health care. It's not just the personnel, but even the so we don't want patients to come and the roof is leaking or pipe wire can pose danger to people or the floor is excessively slippery that patients can slide and then fall and have injuries. So we look at that. We also look at the personnel. Do you have qualified staff? Maybe doctors, radiologists, sonographers, are they qualified? Do they have licenses to operate? Then we also look at the equipment and also the processes. So before you get a license, we have satisfied ourselves that you have what it takes to provide safe and quality healthcare to the people of Ghana. And this we do to protect the public so that when you walk to a facility, you are sure that at least you will not be harmed. At least you will be helped. At least you will receive quality healthcare. So that is what we do.
How do you react to people who say that you sat down all these years and you are now coming around to check these facilities who do not have the requirement, to operate? For instance, today we are told that in the Ashanti region, a health facility has been operating since 2019 without a renewed license. You sat down all these years, patients walk in and out of these facilities, and you are now going around to check what is supposed to have been done some years back?
Yes. So, well, this new administration just took over this year. So we are doing what we have to do. I am sure that the previous administration tried their best. There are some of the facilities, they give them warnings, but they still don't adhere. Sometimes some of them actually evade. And I must say that HEFRA has, in terms of resources, has been a bit constrained. For example, we have 10 offices or 10 offices in the 16 regions. We only have very limited vehicles. So it's difficult for us. But this new administration has taken upon, of course, of the reset agenda. I mean, our president, my honorable minister, we are committed to providing quality health care to the people of Ghana. And we think that this kind of reset needs to be done. We need to make sure that the people of Ghana are protected. We need to make sure that when people get to the hospital, they receive quality care. And that is why we have to our efforts. But previously, EFRA has been there. But right now, we are trying to step up the effort.
Doc, finally, before I let you go, how many have you closed so far across the country? You have the figures?
So this year, we started gradually. Before last week, we had closed down 6 facilities. But then the May exercise started last week. In Greater Accra, we closed down 23 facilities. And today we've started in Ashanti region. I'm yet to get the data for today. But we for Greater Accra, we've done 23 already. And I must say that it's not our wish to close down facilities. Actually, if you see us closing the facility, it means that we've gone to them several times and they refuse to come and get a license. So for all of them, we had met some of them way back in April, told them that your licenses have expired. We even gave them administrative fines. Some of them didn't pay, some paid and they did the license. Those who didn't pay are the ones we are going after. So if you see us, it is like the last resort. These are recalcitrant facilities.
Doc, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Dr. Winfred Ba is the CEO of the Health Facilities Regulatory Agency. Ajubi has some more stories.
Yes, so the Health Minister, Kwabena Minta-Akando, says government will begin paying salary arrears owed some nurses, midwives, and junior doctors from November. This follows weeks of protest by the affected health workers who have been demanding salaries owed them for between the 10 and 13 months. Addressing the press, the minister explained that the ministry has received cabinet approval and clearance from the Ministry of Finance to process the payments. Well, reacting to this announcement, the convener of the Coalition of Unpaid Nurses and Midwives, Stephen Kwejo Techia, expressed satisfaction with the government's decision.
You're still listening to Eyewitness News, coming to you live from our studio here in Accra. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we have business.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
We're trendy and youthful. We're UBA. We're here to make your life better, stress-free and easy. We go the extra mile, beyond your expectations. We will get it done and get it done very well now. UBA, best loans and more. UBA, best customer satisfaction. UBA, best digital solutions. UBA, Africa's global bank.
For best retail products, innovative offerings, loans made just for you, attractive interest rates, trading across Africa or sending money. If you want the best digital banking products, including chatting with you on WhatsApp and Facebook, turn to UBA, Africa's global bank.
Channel One TV has a way of telling their stories. Stories that empower change. Capturing the trending issues, delving into our communities, getting out the voices that matter.
Before the end of this year, some significant improvement would have been noticed on that road. And it's not going to be a 9-day wonder. He's back to site to continue with the project.
Channel One Newsroom, CNR, brings you an exhaustive coverage of the day's news. 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
A lot of responsibility rests on the shoulders of African leaders to create an environment that is conducive to trade and investment. We wish to partner with any nation of the world.
Channel One Newsroom captures the exact news temperature of the nation.
Everything in this world is subject to abuse. And that's why there are checks and balances. That's why you have to also go to court and do...
From the northern, western, eastern, and southern parts of Ghana, Channel One Newsroom, CNR's got you covered.
People normally enter the boat without the life jackets. We believe strongly that if they were wearing life jackets, their lives would have been saved.
8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
I thought I should contain myself. But he should be careful. He did not win the election on merit. The NDC won the Asokwa election by default. For whatever reason, we, the MPP, we decided to hand over power.
CNR, telling your stories, empowering change. Catch CNR on Channel One TV at 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it, because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to the luckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community will win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly, not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Are you feeling tired after a hard day's work? Have you lost your appetite even for your favorite dish? Viral Blood Tonic is a nutritionally balanced, pleasant-tasting tonic fortified with iron and vitamins to boost your appetite and energy levels for high performance. Viral Blood Tonic, easy to take and good for the family. Viral from Danex Iting Starwin PLC. If symptoms persist after 48 hours, consult a physician. This advert is FDA approved.
Announcing Ghana's first unlimited photocopier leasing. Yes, from just 983 Ghana cedis, you can lease a multifunctional photocopier and print unlimited. Yes, unlimited and free paper every month. Guess what? That's not all. Toners, repairs, and maintenance all are free. And oh, I'm not kidding at all. And we cover the whole country. Yes, the whole country. What are you waiting for? Just visit us at www.valexlease.com or call 0244 644048. I repeat, or call 0244 644048. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Valex Lease, affordable document management solutions.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
Get the details. Every significant financial transaction, every market movement, and all the policies that affect your business. Citi Business News. Be informed.
Time now for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Ejubi Biafe Akente. Let's settle for the details. Ghana's total revenue and grants for the first 7 months of 2025 fell short of expectations despite a strong rebound in collections. The figure amounted to 116 billion Ghana cedis, a 5.5 percentage point below the target of 123 billion Ghana cedis. While overall revenue grew by 22.9% year-on-year, the shortfall was broad-based across major tax categories due to a slower-than-expected performance in corporate and trade-related taxes. There's more from the Bank of Ghana's September 2025 Monetary Policy Report.
Non-oil tax revenue fell slightly below target by 0.2%, while pay-as-you-earn underperformed by 3.5% due to reduced payment from the mining sector following the cedi's appreciation. However, corporate tax collections exceeded target by 2.8%, buoyed by improved performance in the mining and financial sectors. On the consumption front, domestic VAT, the Get Fund levy, and NHIL surpassed their respective targets by 2.2%, 14.0% and 14.8%, reflecting higher consumer spending amid easing prices. In contrast, import-related taxes suffered shortfalls as the stronger cedi lowered import values. Import duties missed target by 1.9 billion cedis, representing a 13% decline, while the import component of VAT, Get Fund, and NHIL fell short by 3.8%, 4.6%, and 5.2% respectively. The communications service tax emerged as one of the best performers, exceeding its target by 400 million cedis, that is about 66.3%, driven by higher gross revenues and stronger collections from prepaid credit sales by a major telecom operator. Meanwhile, crude oil receipts underperformed by 42.7%, about 4.4 billion cedis below target, largely due to delayed corporate income tax payments and exchange rate effects. Grants also missed targets by 553 million cedis, mainly due to non-disbursement of project grants from some development partners.
Emmanuel Paul with our business desk report. Meanwhile, CEO of Dalex Finance Joe Jackson has backed the finance minister's cautious approach to spending despite growing public pressure for increased expenditure.
And then all of a sudden, things start to pick up and people want you to start spending again. That can't be right. We have not consolidated the gains we made yet. And so in this instant, fiscal prudence means not spending and acting hard, not spending and having the public lash out against you, not spending and having everybody complaining. But I have to agree with the finance minister and say that instead of being on him, we should appreciate the pressures that he's under and appreciate the fact that he's able to stand up against those pressures and still not spend. For me, the issue is clear. The dangers are clear. Inflation could rear its head again. And when we say inflation, it's the price increases all. And part of the problem is that when we say inflation is down to single digits. Everybody thinks that doesn't mean that the prices have dropped. All it means is that it is not increasing as fast as it was in previous times. So my first reaction to this is, guys, chill out.
International ratings agency Moody's, which raised Ghana's long-term foreign currency credit rating from CAA2 to CAA1 over improved fiscal discipline and external balance. But sustaining these gains, they say, will require consistent monetary policy and a tighter grip on inflationary pressures. Daniel Dromensa has more in the following report.
The upgrade follows improved prospects for debt reduction and macroeconomic stabilization under Ghana's ongoing IMF-supported reform program. Moody's also revised the outlook to stable from positive, reflecting growing confidence in the country's fiscal trajectory. According to the agency, Ghana's improved rating reflects continued fiscal consolidation, successful debt restructuring efforts, and strengthened foreign reserve buffers, factors that have collectively enhanced the country's capacity to meet external obligations. Moody's added that Ghana's debt metrics are now on a clearer path toward sustainability, supported by prudent budget management and the ongoing IMF Extended Credit Facility program. The stable outlook indicates that while challenges remain, particularly from global commodity price fluctuations and external financing pressures, the risk of further deterioration has eased. Speaking to Citi Business News, the head of finance at Maybank Capital, Nelson Kujo Kwagbeji, urged the government to maintain the current single-digit inflation trend.
We expect investor confidence to rebound. Government has demonstrated sufficient commitment towards honoring its debt obligations. We have also noted that both the fiscal and macroeconomic indicators have significantly improved for the past 8 months. And so the rating is not surprising at all. It is actually a welcome news. However, in order to sustain the gains that we have chalked for the past 8 months, we have to still continue on the path of fiscal prudence. We have to continue on the path of fiscal consolidation. We have to make sure inflation remains a single digit whilst maintaining a stable currency.
That was Head of Finance at Maybank Capital, Nelson Kujo Kwagbeji, ending that report filed by Daniel Dromensa. The Accra Marriott Hotel is encouraging soon-to-be wedded couples to take advantage of its annual wedding fair, which offers a range of affordable packages tailored to meet the unique needs of prospective clients. According to the management, the fair showcases a variety of services, including catering, decor, entertainment, and accommodation, aimed at simplifying the wedding planning process while ensuring that couples enjoy luxury without compromising on their budgets. Delali Gazi is the Director of Operations at the Accra Marriott Hotel.
People think that having a wedding in the Marriott Hotel will be above their budget. However, we have different scales of budgets for our weddings, whether middle class, upper class, we're able to meet your needs. Here we have vendors who come across from different categories, from design stylists to decorators to cake accessories, so on and so forth. And we have gone into a partnership with them, and they are giving great discounts on their services in this fair. We meet different budget classes, so be it mid-scale, upper scale, luxury, anything you want to do, we would curtail our services to meet your needs. Marriott Marry Me Fair, it's a global campaign. It's a signature product of Marriott International, which is done every year.
Director of Operations at Accra Marriott Hotel, Delali Gazi. And that's all for Citi Business News on Eyewitness News. I am Ejubi Wiafe Akenting. Up next is Point Blank.
Let your voice be heard on Eyewitness News on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag Eyewitness News.
Channel One TV has a way of telling their stories. Stories that empower change. Capturing the trending issues, delving into our communities, getting out the voices that matter.
Almost 13 to 16 people were under the ground and it collapsed on them. Yesterday we were able to make it and remove 8 of them, and 4 were dead.
Channel One Newsroom, CNR brings you an exhaustive coverage of the day's news. 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
Don't mine in forest reserves. And always when you've created a mess, clean it up. The laws are there. So it's not that we need more laws. It is just that we need more enforcement.
Channel 1 Newsroom captures the exact news temperature of the nation. From the northern, western, eastern, and southern parts of Ghana, Channel 1 Newsroom, CNR's got you covered.
Let's speak to the core issues in terms of how we can prevent professionals who have been given the mandate to teach our children, and for this matter, the whole children's standard of care, and how they can live up to expectation.
8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
How can somebody wake and you tell the person, I appreciate you for 10 good months? I can't stand it. I'm owing rent. What should I do to be able to pay my rent? I don't understand. They should pay us. Enough is enough.
CNR, telling your stories, empowering change. Catch CNR on Channel 1 TV at 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. every night.
Eyewitness News. Be there as it happens.
You're welcome, you're still listening to Eyewitness News. And this is Point Blank. On Point Blank tonight, we talk Galamsey. The destruction of the environment and measures put in place by government to address it. Tonight, my guest is Mausi Mawonyefia. She's the Director of Communications for the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Mausi, good evening. Thank you very much for your time.
Good evening.
Welcome to our studio.
Thank you.
The Galamsey fight, are we winning?
Yes, we are making significant strides in the fight. But we always say that it is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And it is not a responsibility that sits with the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources alone. All of us are in this together, and we need collective buy-in. We need everybody to come on board. Everybody has a role. Everybody has a stake in this. And so we need everybody to come on board, and let's do this together. Yeah.
You set up NIMOS, to spearhead the clampdown on illegal miners or galamseyers. What updates can you give us on the activities of NIMOS so far?
I think NIMOS has been very instrumental in the gains that we are seeing today, in terms of reclaiming our forest reserves, ensuring that we are not having these recalcitrant miscreants going back into making incursions back into the forest reserves that we have declared security zones, providing backup for the blue water guards who are manning the water bodies in the riverine communities, and making arrests in areas where we have high incidence of illegal mining activities. Over the last week, we've from Monday to Friday, back to back, every day, the NIMOS team was on the ground across western north areas, making significant arrests. Ghanaians, Chinese, seasoned vehicles, chanfans, excavators, and all of those things. And all of that is helping us to be able to enforce the laws that we have. Today we have declared forest reserves and water bodies as security zones. What NIMOS has done is be able to map the endemic areas into 21 zones. And we are deploying about 400 trained personnel into these areas. As I speak, the deployment is ongoing. Their logistics are being procured so they can be stationed permanently across these hotspots or these hot zones, that as we call them. So yeah, that's where we are.
So you keep these 400 officers within these areas?
Yes. So for now, we have trained about 400. There will be, as and when we move along and we need to add more, we'll have more personnel.
In terms of upkeep, and isn't it going to cost the state? Have you done those, costing and the rest?
Of course, it's going to cost the state. The level of devastation and degradation that we've seen today is costing us money. to reclaim the land. It's going to cost us money to dechemicalize the polluted water bodies. It's going to cost us money to be able to it's even costing us money to deploy the blue water guards. It's costing us money to deploy the NIMOS personnel in to conduct these raids when they go. It's costing us money to procure vehicles for them, to procure body cams for them to work, so that we can have some form of control measure and monitoring for them. So it's costing us a lot of money. Yes, it's going to cost us money, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. We are where we are, and government needs to take decisive action to be able to clamp down on the issue and to bring it under control. We've seen other countries do it. With illegal mining, I always say it's not peculiar to Ghana. So many other countries also, but
the distraction is peculiar to Ghana.
No, it is not. The distraction is not peculiar to Ghana. It is not peculiar to Ghana. There are other countries that have even. I'm not making a comparison to say we are better off. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that illegal mining is not peculiar to Ghana. We have seen other countries make successes of that story, and so we also pick learnings from what they have done and to be able to feed into our strategy. So all of that is ongoing. But the point I'm making is, at the end of the day, for us, what we want to see is to see progress. What we want to see is to see our forest green. What we want to see is to see that our waters are turned back to blue, and we have potable drinking water. We have green forest. We are able to breathe fresh air. That is the goal. And so whatever is going to take us, whatever is going to cost, that's what we're putting in. But we shouldn't even be having this conversation. But unfortunately, it is what it is. That is where we are. And so we're putting in everything, and government is taking decisive action to be able to.
Are you under pressure to win this fight? Are you under pressure?
We are under pressure. I would say so. Yes, we are under pressure. Sami, you don't breathe different air from the air that I breathe. All of us are in this together. And so when we say we are in a crisis, when we say that we are at the height of a crisis situation, everybody should be concerned. So yes, we are under pressure. It is not about politics. It's about our livelihood. It's about our lives. It's about our future. It's about posterity. So what are we doing? We are hearing reports of water treatment plants shutting down. We are hearing reports of high incidence of renal diseases. We are hearing reports of high incidence of birth defects and all of that. Cocoa production plummeting. Incidence of mercury-laced food products. That is a crisis situation. So that on its own should put any well-meaning Ghanaian under pressure to say, what is government doing? What is my stake as a Ghanaian? What can I do to support government to be able to put put an end to this? For me, I keep saying that, look, we are not even saying nobody should mine. So it's not even a question of whether we want to stop people from getting access to their livelihoods or not. What we are saying is, if you want to mine, there are better ways to do mining. If you want to mine, there's a legal framework in which you can conduct the mining activity. Mining is a viable commercial activity. It is raking in significant revenue for government, and so government is in support of mining, but it should be done well. It should be done responsibly. It should be done sustainably. We cannot say that because of the gains of a few, all of us should die. That is a crisis situation. So that alone should put us under pressure.
If we are under pressure, as you say, there are many who have advised that the best way to deal with this issue is the declaration of a state of emergency. But then the president, your boss and the rest say that is a no-go area for now.
So when people talk about state of emergency, my question is always, what is a state of emergency? So you declare a state of emergency and then what? What we are saying is there are sustainable ways to be able to bring this under control, and we've seen other places do it. So why can't we do it
without the declaration of emergency?
And we have put all the cards on the table. Well, we are not even addressing this with one approach. It's not a blanket thing. There are multiple ways to look at it. From our diagnosis, there's an issue of corruption. There's an issue of lack of access to livelihoods. There's the issue of sometimes even low education or unawareness of the environmental risk and impacts of their activities. of the the illegal mining activities. So when you look at all of those things, if you do a diagnosis and you look at all of those issues, and you lack of political will, or even low prosecution, for instance, low rates of prosecution, if you look at all of that and then you want to address all of that, how does a state of emergency, for instance, solve an economic or livelihood problem? So you ask yourself, if access to livelihood, or a lack of access to opportunities is a problem, how do I fix that? So you proffer a solution for that. If it's an issue of corruption, how do you solve that? You bring a solution to that. So you look at all of those issues and you bring tangible, workable solutions to that, and you put all of those on the table. But at the end of the day, those solutions also should not work in silos. All of those solutions should fit into one comprehensive plan that makes sense. And that's exactly what we are doing. If you look at our approach today, we are doing stakeholder engagement, where we are saying that we know that there are people who don't even understand the impact of the mining activities, or the risk that they put themselves in, or the risk they put others in. You provide education for them. We've had situations where some chiefs have come to us to say, oh, okay, now that you people have said this and this and that, I understand, okay, we shouldn't be able to do this. How can I help? Because in my area, we have gold, we have the galamseyers are working, and we know that they have gold, so I've stopped them from working. Can you provide us with an alternative? Can you provide us with a cooperative mining program that you are introducing? So these are some of the things. We are also talking about regulations. One of the issues that we had also identified when we came in was some people had said the reason why they don't even bother to go and get a mining license, for instance, was because they felt that if they didn't have political connections, for instance, they could not even have access to a mining license. And so how is it that somebody sits in Accra, and I keep using the Limbele, but how is it that somebody sits in Accra and goes to Elembele and say, I have a mining license, and the first time he's actually going to Elembele is when he's holding the license, and you go there and you plot the coordinates, and it's somebody's farm, somebody's cocoa farm. That should not be the case. So how do we improve the regulations and ensure that now this time it is a bottom-up approach? So before the recommendation comes from the District Mining Committee to the Minerals Commission to the Minister, the people within the local community have a say, so they can tell you, no, you cannot plot here in concession A or in area A, but you can actually plot in area D, because that area is actually outside of the community. So that actually makes sense, so that you don't go and plot, you don't go and get a license for somebody's cocoa farm or somebody's house and come and break it down because you have the mining license. So how do we change all of those regulations? How do we empower the local communities to be able to have a say in the mineral wealth that belongs to them? I am born in a community, I live there, I am bred there, I die there. And then a large-scale mining company comes. They set up their presence, and they take all the mineral wealth out of the country, and it goes. And I sit there, and I'm left with scraps. And they come and put up an astroturf as a CSR project, or a golf course as a CSR project in the local community. How does that benefit me? So if I live in that community, then that is where you see you have tensions with the local communities and the large-scale companies and all of that. So then we ask ourselves, with all of that, how do we ensure that the local communities are empowered? The large-scale mining companies, how do we ensure we beef up the local content policy? Are they able to outsource some of their some of the work that they do, contracts to local communities? What percentage of that is going into the community that they are in, they're present in? If they have areas, mineralized areas that they are not using, for instance, Adamos had a pit that had been idle for about 10 years. Because for them it's not commercially viable as a business. But for the local community, that makes sense. Can we take that concession? Can we take that pit and give it to the local community and get the people, put them in cooperatives and get them to mine? The Adamos can provide them with some training, some support, logistics, PPEs, safety, because all of those things come into it. And then the community benefits. At the end of the day, the community can say 20% of the revenue that is coming from that mining cooperative can go into building a school or can go into building a hospital, because that is what the community actually needs. Those are the conversations that we are having. So we are changing the regulations. Then we come to law enforcement. We spoke about NIMOS. There are laws, there are regulations surrounding the mining activity. Who is enforcing those laws? In the past, we've seen Task Force A, Task Force B. It's not about a task force, but it's about having a fully functional operational secretariat with a task force embedded in there. These are security experts. So you have Navy, you have the Ghana Army, you have the Ghana Police, you have NACOPS, you have NIB. All of those security agencies, because these are experts, you bring them together and they have one coordinated unit. So when they go onto the field, they are conducting a raid, for instance, and they get to an area where the kind of weapons, sophisticated weapons that these miners are wielding, or sometimes the thugs that they hire to protect them are wielding, whose responsibility is that? That becomes the job of, say, maybe the army. If they are to effect arrests, whose job is that? That's the Ghana Police, who is supposed to follow through with the prosecution. The police, before they even go there, who's supposed to pick up the intel and ensure that they're actually going into the right place, so that when somebody calls the number and says, oh, there's some illegal mining activity here, just because they've seen mining, who is picking up the intel to say, is it actually a legal concession or it's an illegal one? NIB, National Security, all of those come in. When they go there and they are seeing hard drugs, whose job is that? NACOPS. So once you're able to bring all of these agencies together as one coordinated unit and they're able to drive, the fight, you have more and better effective results. And then we look at, after all of that is said and done, we know that there's already been degradation, there's already been some damage. So what happens to all of that damage? 5,500 hectares within the forest reserves alone. Out of reserve, we're talking of hundreds of thousands of hectares. So if we have to reclaim all of those lands, what happens to them? There needs to be a program. So that's where you have a Tree for Life program that we have a plan to plant 60 million trees, with 30 million from Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Ministry of Environment also has a target of 30 million. So 60 million trees. We are collaborating. What about the water? We are seeing increased stability levels. Our experts say for potable water, we should be 0 to 5. For treatment, maximum permissible limit, it should be it should be about 500 NTU. Today we are recording 5,000 NTU, 12,000 NTU, 20,000 NTU.
50,000.
So what happens to all of that? So then you have an agency, the Environmental Protection Authority, coming in with expertise, with to decemicalize the water and ensure that the water is turned back to blue, and then we can have it goes back to its pristine conditions. That's while we are doing all of those things. I talked about livelihood. This is an economic problem.
Yeah.
The price of gold keeps skyrocketing, and so it becomes an incentive for people to mine. People want to mine. So if they are in the community and they want to mine, of course, because they are seeing, they know that there's mineral wealth in the land. The land belongs to them. That is where they are born. It belongs to their forefathers gave it to them, and they want to mine. Let them mine. But how do they mine? Responsibly, sustainably. So you put them together in cooperatives. You provide a shared processing facility for them. You provide them with oversight. You provide them with training. You formalize the trade for them. And then, so that they are not able to smuggle the gold out, and then so that the country loses, you institute an agency.
Yeah.
Where that's where Gold Board comes in to buy the gold from them. Now,
the same Gold Board we are told is rather increasing the galamsey, because the localized people, the local people sell it to the Gold Board.
You let me land, and I'll explain. I'll explain something. So you have a Gold Board that is buying the gold from licensed traders. Okay, a lot of the time people say this because they assume small scale is galamsey. Galamsey. Our explanation of galamsey is illegal mining. There are large-scale companies that are involved in illegalities. Yeah. Today, as we speak, I talked about regulatory reforms. As we speak, we are auditing large-scale mining licenses. We started with small-scale. and we saw about 900 of them stood possible revocation. We gave a fair opportunity for them. If you have genuine concerns, come and rectify them. A lot of them came, the report was done, it was clean. Where today, where we are, we have about 250 of them that are going to be revoked. Now the exercise is ongoing for large scale companies. So it is not about illegality does not sit with the small scale alone. Of course, the bulk of it sits with the small scale industry, but we also know that some large scale companies sometimes are involved in some form of illegality, and that is also galamsey. The essence of Gold Board's presence, or the thinking behind Gold Board, is so that we can buy. We can have a formalized structure that allows us to buy the gold from the small scale industry. So the small scale industry, their contribution to our reserves is about 52%. Would you rather all of that goes smuggled out so that Dubai is reporting a different figure of gold that they have bought from Ghana, and then we are sitting in Ghana and we are reporting a different figure because we don't even know what we are talking about. But when you have a formalized structure that allows us to be able to buy that, then you know where the gold is going to. And in any case, before you sell to Gold Board, you need to have a license. Yeah. So if you are a galamseya in court, where are you getting the license from to sell to Gold Board? Okay,
we have some 5 minutes to go. Let's divert and talk about the Blue Water Guards. Do you pay them well so they are not compromised by galamseyers?
Yes, they are paid. They are paid well.
You care to tell us how much?
Let me address this. I saw a quote. Somebody had mentioned that the Blue Water Guards are paid 700 cedis. It is not true. And even the president during the meeting with the CSOs had even mentioned that they are paid a gross of about 2,000 Ghana cedis a month. These are young men and women who are recruited from the riverine communities with the major water bodies. Now, their job is basically to serve as frontline first respondents for the riverine command of the Ghana Navy, and then they also get support from NIMOS. They provide awareness to their communities, and if you look at the work that they are doing, it is part of the reasons why we are seeing even improved stability in some of the areas. If you look at the areas that we have seen the improvement, it's mainly across the areas where the Blue Water Guards are stationed, because they are warding off these people. They are ensuring that our water bodies are clean. Because before we even go into step 2 of dechemicalizing the water, how are we going to be dechemicalizing water when somebody is still putting a chamfan on the water and still destroying the water? You need to allow the water to settle. You need to be sure that there's no activity on the water before you start doing that exercise. And that is what the Blue Water Guards, that is the essence of having the Blue Water Guards, and that's what they are doing. We've also seen even the Ministry of Agric also has benefited from the work that they are doing. Last month or so, we gave about 900 water pumps to the Ministry of Agric, and this was seized from the illegal miners. And of course, we can put that to better use. So why not put that to better use than to destroy them? So we gave them to the Ministry of Agric so that our farmers can use them. The farmers need the water pumps to do their jobs, and the work is ongoing. So basically, that's they are not paid 700 cedis. They are paid way more than that. And I think the incentives are good enough. The president had even mentioned that with the results that we are seeing,
are they getting the results?
Yes, we are getting the results, and the guys are working. I could show you. Every day they are working. Every day they are on the ground, and they send us daily reports of all the things that we are doing. Let's not try and discredit them. These young people are working. They are committed to the work that they are doing, and they are doing the work with passion. The Amenzule is seeing improvement. The Bia is seeing FIA is seeing improvement. We are seeing portions of the Ancobra seeing improvement. And these are all areas where these guys are stationed, and they are committed to the job that they are doing. Let's not discredit them. Let's not discourage them. They are doing everything they can. At the end of the day, like I said, you are not breathing different air from the one I am breathing. All of those are in this together. So if people are committed to doing their work, let us encourage them to do their work and do it well.
I'll say a big thank you for your time.
Thank you
for coming.
Thank you.
Hopefully we'll win this fight.
We will.
You can assure Ghanaians that we'll win this fight?
We will. We are committed to this.
Is politics affecting this
fight?
Politics
always affects everything. Politics affects everything. I will not sit here and politics affects everything. But the beautiful thing is that our president has a strong political will. And he has said it. He doesn't want any appointee engaged in this. And when we met with Naimos and Sunyani after their training, the minister was clear to them. You will take no obstructionist instruction from any big man. The biggest man here, the first man of the land, is the president, and he's the one who's asked you to go do this job. And the president is not going to ask you and come and call you and say, I know you've arrested this person, but you see he's wearing party color A or party color B, so release that person. No.
Are chiefs frustrating your fights?
Some of them are.
Some chiefs are?
Some of them are, but you see, the law is going to take its course. In as much as we respect the chiefs, in as much as we revere them, and we've had lots of conversations with the chiefs. They are one of the first people that right from the beginning we started engaging. Western Regional House of Chiefs, Northern Regional House of Chiefs, all of that, the Tune 4 and all of those things. We have engaged several chiefs and we keep engaging them. We are saying that if you are a chief and you are found complicit, the law will take its course. The law is the law. Is the law.
Marcy, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Mawusi Mawunyefia is the Director of Communications for the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. My guest tonight on Point Blank. And this is where we end today's edition of Eyewitness News. That came to you live from our studio here in Accra. My name is Sami Riafi. Earlier you heard a Jubi Riafi show produced by Beverly London and Kwabna Wilson, technical assistant Daniel Squashi. So we'll come your way again tomorrow. May the good Lord be with us all.